What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to the Passive Income Network. And on today's live stream, we're going to be focusing in deep on stablecoins, the future of finance, and this change in the financial system. This is the headline I got for y'all today. Mastercard buys crypto firm for $1.8 billion. Stablecoins and agentic finance on the rise. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, y'all. That's what we're going to be focusing on. So the real question here is, stablecoins going mainstream? Is this exactly what crypto needed for us to reach the next level? Yesterday, I talked to you about the new laws or the interpretations from the SEC and the CFTC, the Security and Exchange Commission, and then the Commodities Future Trading Commission. They have collaborated and made clear guidance for the crypto industry. Very positive situation right there. So when we are looking at this, we're like, okay, we got that clear. We already got the other laws, the Genius Act. They're working on the Clarity Act to make everything fully clear. Once we get the rest of that, we own and popping, I believe. So today's big announcement by Mastercard. They have acquired a firm, a stablecoin company for $1.8 billion. Okay. This is another sign that mainstream crypto is fully tapping in. Mainstream traditional finance companies is tapping in deep into cryptocurrency. So let's check out this clip from Squawk Box and learn a little bit more about it.
Mastercard announced an acquisition of stablecoin infrastructure startup BVNK for up to $1.8 billion. It's the latest in mainstream finance's adoption of blockchain technology. Joining us right now is one of BVNK's backers, who's also betting on the growing link between blockchain and fintech. We haven't seen her in quite a while. Katie Hahn is here, founder and CEO of a $2.5 billion firm, Hahn Ventures. She's backed the likes of OpenAI, Anthropic, Coinbase, and so many others, including, as we just mentioned, BVNK. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's good to see you again. I haven't been here since I think last June.
Oh my goodness. So tell us about this deal, and then I really want to try to understand what you think is happening more broadly. And maybe this transaction is indicative of what's happening more broadly in sort of the convergence of legacy fin and the tech part of all of this.
Well, I think you just summed up well what's happening. What's happening is effectively an arms race in the global payment space. And you saw this week, as you said, Mastercard just acquired one of our portfolio companies, BVNK, for $1.8 billion. And this gets Mastercard squarely into the stablecoin space. By the way, Andrew, this was one of Mastercard's biggest acquisitions ever. And for us here, it's really validating because, as you know, I've been on this show many times talking about stablecoins over the years. We as a fund have been investing in it for years. And that's because we saw stables as a key innovation. I mean, you think you can transfer a digital dollar globally, instantly, anywhere in the world, really seamlessly and frictionlessly. And we think that's a really important innovation. And that's why you've seen incumbents, not just like Mastercard this week, get into stables. You also saw last year Stripe acquired another of our portfolio companies, Bridge, for $1 billion. Right. And I think it's easy to see why this space is $12.5 trillion of volume already. And we believe that this will only increase in an age of AI.
Well said, Katie. Well said. So basically, she's like, listen, she has a $2.5 billion investment fund, right? They are investing into crypto companies. They're investing into private company startups. Mastercard, who's a giant company of payment processing with the credit cards, right? They're comparable to Visa and Amex and stuff like that, American Express. So they acquired the company in her portfolio for $1.8 billion. So I know they made major profits, but what Mastercard is really saying, y'all, is we want in this space. We want to own a part of this industry and then integrate stablecoins directly into what Mastercard is doing. I think that is bullish, y'all. That is freaking bullish. Where is my horn at? But that's definitely bullish, y'all. A little drum roll for y'all. Okay. That's bullish. So I like that. So what she's saying is like, hey, and then another company that they have in their portfolio has been acquired by Stripe, another giant payment processing company that is similar to PayPal and Square and whatnot. So that is a bullish undertaking by Mastercard. Now, if we dive in deeper here, we go, Mastercard has more to say. So this is what they say. A week ago, we introduced the Mastercard Crypto Partner Program with 85 plus partners. Today, we're at over 100 and counting. And so when you want to dive deeper in, they like, okay, check this out. So we're going to check it out. Built for innovators, designed for collaboration, a shared framework for collaboration to align innovation, accelerate growth, and shape the next phase of on-chain money movement. Mastercard, eventually, even if you hold the stock, the MA ticker symbol, that might be a crypto play now. You got Coinbase, you got Circle, you got, mining companies like Riot. You got a whole bunch of different ways to invest in the stock market, ETFs and whatnot, IBIT, to get exposure to crypto. Mastercard might be the next step. So they say how we help crypto builders move faster. So you accelerate from idea to execution. Work with Mastercard teams and ecosystem partners to turn technical capabilities into scalable, compliant use cases that can integrate seamlessly into global commerce. Okay. Why is that important? Is because obviously Mastercard is global. They're plugged in. We're getting the regulation and laws in place. Most of them are there, and they're ready to execute. Build with us, scale through us. They definitely have the scale. Translate innovation into commercial momentum. Reach beyond crypto native audiences. And I think this is the key. Increase trust, visibility, and scale by connecting your solutions to Mastercard's global network of partners. And I'm not quite sure which one is bigger, Visa or Mastercard, but I do know this. They're both tapping into crypto. And I'm seeing a change where crypto is essentially going to get absorbed by AI and traditional finance. Can we benefit? I do think so. Partnering with Mastercard. So they have stablecoin issuers. These are partners. Stablecoin issuers and infrastructure providers. These are the people like Circle. On and off ramp providers. Crypto card enablers. Blockchains. We're investing as crypto holders. You're holding blockchain companies. Blockchain service providers. So this is what they're doing over here, y'all. Mastercard has been whipping the pot. They've been whipping the pot, y'all. And crypto is more than just on their radar. It is a part of their flow. Okay.
You know how I roll. I'm Neo in the Matrix. Fiat the algo. Swap my coin to stake it. Buy algo for my fix. It gotta make me rich. I'm fresher than a fish in a pool with no loss.
All right. So that's how I'm feeling right now. Now let's get to this next story here. USDC is global and now live on over 30 chains. Tell me in the chat. Do y'all see your favorite crypto on this list here? Do you see your favorite crypto on this list? Why am I showing you this? Because if we're talking about what Mastercard is doing, right? They're obviously partnering with Circle. Circle issues USDC, 12 trillion in volume for stable coins. They're projecting more trillions to come. Stable coins, agentic finance, it's all wrapped up in this. So if you need USDC on these chains, we got Algorand, Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Cello, Codex, Edge, Ethereum, Hedera, Hyper, EVM, Inc., Lena, Monad, Morph, Near, Noble, I like Noble, Optimism, Mainnet, Plum, Polkadot, Polygon, Psy, Solana, Stellar, Sonic, Starknet, Sui, Unichain, WorldChain, XDC, XRPL, and ZK Sync. That's the big list that they got right there. That's the big list. So when we're diving in deeper, right? I got a video to play for y'all. Intuit's platforms, QuickBooks, Credit Karma, and TurboTax are unlocking USDC capabilities. We've partnered to bring stablecoin powered settlement into financial workflows. That's interesting. QuickBooks, if you do your own accounting stuff. Credit Karma, I definitely use that one. TurboTax, I used to use TurboTax. So let's see what the co-founder and CEO of Circle has to say on the All In podcast.
Intuit's an amazing company. Obviously, they've been around for a long time. They have franchises that are huge. Credit Karma is a huge franchise, actually, huge. They're growing what they provide to people through that franchise. QuickBooks, obviously, we all know if you run a small business, you use QuickBooks. And actually, QuickBooks, they invoice people through QuickBooks, and it's actually trillions of dollars of transactions a year that are invoiced through QuickBooks. And if you can invoice people and settle in USDC, that's better than ACH, and it's faster. And you can imagine a world where small businesses can gain an advantage from something like that. And
reconciliation.
If you're a TurboTax user and you file your taxes and you get a refund, imagine being able to get your refund instantly. Ooh. So I think there's a lot of cool stuff. Intuit's a very innovative company. It's a tech company, that is in these financial technology adjacencies. And so we're super excited about the collaboration that we have.
Wow. That is a Circle CEO founder, right? He's talking about we can use stablecoins to get your taxes back instantly. I wish. I'm about to file my taxes coming up in this next week or so. And I would love to get my taxes done with my tax preparer. And then as soon as we submit the paperwork, within a few minutes, I would love to get USD sent straight up in my tax refund, if that's what we get, and hopefully a large one. That's what he's talking about. So Credit Karma, TurboTax, QuickBooks, they're all under the same umbrella of Intuit, right? And they're integrating stablecoins into their system. So as this regulation gets more clear, we're going to be seeing options. Like when you walk to the store, it's going to be like, do you want to pay with the stablecoins? Eventually, I'm thinking that Apple Pay will integrate stablecoins. The US dollar is changing, y'all. It is changing. Here's the next post. Circle Current, banking on stablecoins. We brought senior banking leaders together in New York City to discuss what's actually changing inside financial institutions. What stood out most? For banks, stablecoins are not a technology experiment. You get regulation is shaping, not slowing, adoption, facts. Always on settlement is moving closer to legacy infrastructure. You have tokenized money and shifting from pilots to production planning. Stablecoins are being embraced as real payment rails. What stood out most for banks? Stablecoins are not a technology experiment. They're an infrastructure and competitive positioning decision. The new internet financial system is being built in real time. Before I play this, if you really think about it, you got companies that are, like Klarna, buy now, pay later. You have companies, I can't remember the names, but where you can get early access to your paycheck and whatnot. Eventually, stablecoin companies are going to offer you stuff like that. I can see it, and you get the money instantly. And then banks will eventually integrate crypto wallets directly into your bank account. Let's get to it.
There's no greater catalyst for human progress than technology. Stablecoin has the power to create a better, cheaper, faster payment system, shaping the financial landscape of the world.
Circle Current was designed to focus on the topics that are happening today as the world moves toward an on-chain finance economy.
Where are we in terms of this connecting to the global financial system? We are farther than we've ever been.
What we view as mission critical for the next wave of blockchain innovation is fully fledged, full-featured economic operating systems, just like Android and iOS.
If we think about like the future of infrastructure, it's really about the interoperability between traditional and digital to really transform how markets function.
We are very fast moving into an AI-powered economic system. You need to future-proof your institutions for this digital economic future. From our perspective, there's a tremendous opportunity for collaboration. I certainly look forward to the opportunity to build together with all of you.
This is really a starting point for us. We're going to have more of these discussions. And most importantly, I want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you.
So that's what they're throwing down. That is self-explanatory, and that's what they're throwing down. Shout out to Circle. USDC is obviously my favorite stablecoin. I told y'all that before. Really don't rock with Tether or RLSUD and any of the other ones. I really like Circle, and it makes sense. Their business is legit, and they have the right connections, and they're a public company now. Here's another post I got for y'all. Introducing Circle skills. Now, this is the AI portion of the conversation that I wanted to have to y'all about stablecoins and agentic finance being on the rise. Introducing Circle skills, an open source AI skills for building with USDC, Euro, and ARC as Circle's developer program. Okay, and then ARC is the platform, the economic operating system for the internet, now live in public testnet. So they're building something. ARC is building that. That's the blockchain that Circle is building. So developers and AI agents can use them with Cursor, Claude Code. I've been talking to y'all about Claude Code. That's one we all got to pay attention to. Codex and any agentic tooling that supports skills to generate better integrations for stablecoin payments, cross-chain transfers, wallet operations, and smart contract logic. As the agentic economy grows, the context provided to AI systems become just as important as code itself. Agentic Circle skills. So this is basically like, get your AI agent ready. We got tools for you in your agent as a builder or as an agent that you could be integrating so you can use stable coins directly. This thing just gets better and better. Y'all let me know in the chat if you rock with Circle as a company, right? Do you own that stock? Last year, Circle Foundation was created to advance financial resilience and inclusion worldwide. Hear from Elizabeth Carpenter on our first international grant in support of the UN. They're making global moves.
We are announcing a very exciting grant that we have made through the Circle Foundation. And the Circle Foundation was created last year to essentially use its grant-making capacity to assist programs that are working to increase financial inclusivity and resilience for the communities that we all collectively serve. And the first international grant we're making is to a project known as the Digital Hub of Treasury Solutions. As many of you know, the UN distributes tens of billions of dollars a year, and to help people in need in a variety of ways. Some organizations do that for direct financial assistance in humanitarian crises. Others are working on perhaps on the development finance side of the house. But no matter how you look at that, the reality is that movement of value is happening on legacy rails. And for anyone here who has ever tried to make a cross-border payment, for example, it is fraught with friction. So we at Circle, we're building an internet financial platform, a key component of which is something known as USDC, which is a stable coin, US dollar coin.
So she basically was like, we cooking. So I've been talking to y'all too about humanitarian aid and payment infrastructure in so-called third world countries. Okay, I call it so-called because I don't like that name. I like the name developing countries. Developing is a better word, so we'll say that. So payment infrastructure in developing countries, and you also have financial infrastructure just throughout the world right now, so-called first world countries. And that's what we have. So she's like, we're going to work with the UN. We're building out the infrastructure, and we're pushing this United States stablecoin dollar. Smart move. And again, I rock with Circle. For those who don't fully understand or don't know, right, you have Circle. This is the main website here for Circle, building an open economy for everyone. Circle is building the foundation of a more open global economy through digital assets, payment applications, and programmable blockchain infrastructure. So I would love to go overseas and just pay with stable coins. You don't have to convert your dollar. Circle Payments Network, helping financial institutions achieve seamless, near instant global money movement across previously fragmented networks. Everything was fragmented. And then you have all these different companies working with them. The world's largest regulated stablecoin powering global finance. You got the United States, money transmitter licenses in 46 states, the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. Got the New York license. You got the European MiCA license, market and crypto assets. You got those licenses. Got the licenses in UK, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, Bermuda, Canada, and Japan. Major economies. Eventually, again, the POS system, you're going to be like credit card, you're going to be like cash, you're going to be like stablecoin, which will be, I believe USDC would dominate most of the traditional world over Tether. I don't like that name. So you got payments, build for business, 24/7, real-time settlement, build for global scale, put security first, real dollars and euros, readily available, fully reserved, institutional grade liquidity, seamless cross-chain rebalancing, one-to-one redemption. And then here we go, USDC, you got the euro, and then they have these different tokenized funds and whatnot. And they're building that open layer one blockchain. So I do believe there will be competition between public blockchains and private infrastructure blockchains. However, I think there's a place for all of us to get in where we fit in, y'all. Get in where we fit in. Now, I saw this blog post here that I thought was interesting from Bird Eye here, right? It just kind of give you some metrics. So let's kind of go through it a little bit. USDC, the backbone of on-chain capital markets. So you have a breakout growth story. USDC supply increased steadily from 24 billion at the start of 2024 to an all-time high of 79 billion. Dang. USDC monthly supply increase rate, got charts there, exchange liquidity. Essentially, y'all, everything is going up. Net flows by tier one centralized exchanges, it's all going up. USDC weekly supply by network. Ethereum obviously dominates. Obviously. You have Solana doing well, Arbitrum, Base, BNB, and other chains. And a lot of the chains I talk about on this channel also have USDC. Trading volume, okay. Then you have USDC supply and borrow APRs. I like to use USDC for savings too. USDC cumulative borrow and supply. So basically what I'm showing y'all is every single thing is going up. And then you got something like this. And you see Mastercard on this list. From DeFi to real world payments. As stablecoins grow towards payments, USDC has become the de facto payment vehicle across Shopify, Stripe, Mastercard, Visa, among others, thanks to its deep liquidity and transparency. Okay. Stripe accepted stablecoins on USDC, Solana, Polygon, and Base. Shopify accepts it on Base. I remember that announcement. Solana Pay, game changer. Mastercard accepts USDC. PayPal does, and Visa. They're all working with this here. Conclusion, USDC growth over the past 2 years reflect more than an increase in supply. Across key verticals, USDC has expanded its multi-chain presence and deepening integration across exchanges, decentralized trading, lending protocols, and payment infrastructure. It's growing. It is growing. And again, as I showed y'all, if we want to take part in the stable coins, they're on Bitcoin, they're on Ethereum, they're on Solana. Those two obviously have the highest liquidity, and it's on Base. I think that showed y'all the third highest liquidity. So if you wanted to profit off of that, you go to Solana, you go to Base, you go to Ethereum. Holding ETH, I think, is a proxy. Holding Solana is a proxy. Then you got Hedera, Stellar, Algorand, Aptos, Arbitrum. These will be the ways to get in. And otherwise, you have Coinbase stock, Circle stock. Circle will be the most direct way, I believe. And then just the usage overall. The usage overall. All right, before we head out, y'all, let's check out these numbers here for today's crypto numbers. Fear and greed index is now at 32. Got past 31. Let's head our way to neutral, and then let's get to greed. Bitcoin still above 70. Ethereum above 2,100. XRP above 1.4. BNB still in 640 range. Solana $90 range. Solana seems to have been grown the most as we look at these here. Crypto RSI 45. Looks like that went down a little bit. Last time we looked at it, it was in the 50s. It's down just a little bit. Still not bad. Still not bad. RSI is still not bad. So that's what we got, y'all. That's what's happening today. Crypto, like I said to you, still looks like it's in a ranging sideways situation. If you look at equities market, S&P is pretty much going sideways. A lot of growth. ETFs are slightly tilted down. Gold in them is pulling back. Crypto, I believe, is close to, if not at the bottom right now. That's what we got, y'all. So in today's video, we talked about Mastercard buying a crypto firm for $1.8 billion, putting itself in position officially to dominate in stablecoins. Stablecoins and agentic finance on the rise. We broke all that down. Circle has built tools and made partnerships, okay? That's what it is. They're doing that to change the game. Let's see what you got here. The trend is your friend. Bought STBX and ETFs. It's coming. Thanks for the content. Oh, most definitely. I need to look those ones up. TKNQ. These are ETFs, huh? STB. But yeah, like the trend is our friend. The trend is going up. Will it be easy? No. No, it won't be easy at all. Not at all. Amplify stablecoin technology ETF. That might be a good one. Thanks for putting that on my radar. Amplify stablecoin technology ETF. Interesting. Interesting. Bitwise, XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Chainlink, Circle, Mastercard, Coin. These are all the companies I was naming. Yes, I like that. And then that's like an interesting ETF. Okay. Nice ETF right there. Okay. I like that. I like that one. So, and then the next one you said was TKNQ. 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 Yeah, amplifies tokenization ETF. Interesting. So, yeah, just put that on radar. You got, again, the XRP, Ethereum, Solana, Chainlink, BlackRock, Circle, London, JP Morgan, obviously, Citigroup. I like the first one better, but that's a good gem, though. Salute, brother, or lady. Salute. RX token 5435. Salute. So yeah, that's a good one. Y'all go check that out. STBQ ETFs. But that's what I got for y'all. Like, the trend is your friend. All of these technologies are on the rise. Regulation is on the rise. All we have to do is stay down and position ourselves where we fit in. Get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. So that's what I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure you hit that like button, share it with a friend. We've been going in on this channel. And everything's looking better, y'all. It's looking better. We just got to stay down until we come up. Stay down till we come up. All right, y'all. Until the next time, y'all.
Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.